guys, welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. Today I'm going to talk about some of the Western Conference games we saw yesterday and how we got to that play-in game that we'll be seeing tomorrow. And also tomorrow is going to be UFC 252. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on in the video. What a great main event we have. The trilogy between Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier. I'm going to be breaking down that fight and letting you guys know when I think that fight could finish, so stay tuned for that. Before I do dive into some NBA, I just want to let you guys know I did beat my 9.5 point spread for the Phoenix Suns over the Dallas Mavericks yesterday. The final score in that ball game was Phoenix scoring 128, Dallas Mavericks only 102, so a 26-point victory for the Phoenix Suns. That's going to make me 3-1 in the NBA so far, so a really great start for me. 750 win percentage. That's really phenomenal. So tell your friends, your mama, your daddy that, you know, if they need a pick, come my way. I will have that ready for you guys. Just let me know any game you'd like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into some NBA basketball. Start off by saying it's so unfortunate to see Phoenix Suns going 8-0 in the NBA bubble, doing everything possible they could have done, and yet missed that play-in game. I think the NBA should have really took that into consideration before inviting a team like the Phoenix Suns. Like, hey, look, you guys may go undefeated, but they're still. I understand, you know, they needed Memphis to lose X amount of games, which they did. It seemed like Memphis didn't play well basketball at all. They even lost Jaren Jackson, so. Realistically speaking, if there's a team that deserves a chance, it's the Phoenix Suns for going 8-0. I understand, Memphis had so secure spot of the 8th seed, but they did look like they were struggling towards the end of the bubble. So they were able to get a little chippy win against the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know if you guys are aware, but the Memphis Grizzlies head coach was an assistant for Milwaukee's head coach, Mike Budenholzer, however you pronounce his name. He was an assistant for him, so maybe he just gave him the win and said, look, I want you to make the playoffs. Here it is, buddy. Anyways, really bummer there. I'm excited for the Phoenix Suns team. I think they're going to have a great future. It's so unfortunate for Devin Booker to say before the year this was his last year not making the playoffs, and for him to miss it this year because they start off real hot. I think I remember them starting off maybe like 7-1 or something. They were playing great basketball. I watched them against the Warriors. They're looking terrific. I was like, man, this team looks like they're special. DeAndre Ayton gets that 25-game suspension, kind of slows them down a little bit, and then all this NBA bubble stuff happens, and you know they played phenomenal basketball. They got the wins when they needed them. Unfortunately, wasn't enough. How about we talk about the teams that are in the playoffs? It's going to be Memphis against Portland. I believe Portland only is going to need one win to advance to play against the Lakers. Memphis is going to need two. You can just chalk that up as a victory for Portland Trailblazers. I don't see them even being close to losing the game to this Memphis team. Blazers just way too much offensive power. Damian Lillard, what a great bubble he's had. This guy's scored 61, 51, and 43 or whatever it was yesterday. I mean, this guy literally is unstoppable. They're sending double team every possession, and he gets, I think yesterday he had over 10 assists. I mean, this guy's doing it all. I think it's time for people to consider him as the best point guard right now. Yeah, as I said, right now, because Stephen Curry is still out, so technically Damian Lillard is the best point guard. So for them to see the Lakers in the first round, if I'm LeBron James, I'm just thinking like, shit. This is the scariest possible matchup we could have had because not only Damian Lillard, but they got Yusuf Nurkic in the middle. And if there's somebody that Anthony Davis didn't want to see in the first round, it's Yusuf Nurkic. This guy's a tank. I think 7 feet, maybe 280. I mean, that's one big dude. And, you know, Anthony Davis, he is damn near unstoppable, but when you have somebody of Nurkic size who's going to cover so much of the paint, it's going to be a really fun series. I can see this series going maybe 6 games, maybe 7. We'll see. I still do have to break down the Lakers, so I'll let you guys know how I really feel about them. I'm a little kind of skeptical about how they're going to perform now that they're going to have to see the Blazers in the first round. So all that coming later on in the week. Memphis Grizzlies, I think their season's all done for. Losing Jaren Jackson was a big loss. I just don't think Dillon Brooks and John Morant, Valanciunas played a hell of a game too. I just don't think that's enough for them to keep up with the Blazers. We'll see. Nets, I thought they were going to eliminate the Blazers yesterday, but clearly hitting every shot wasn't enough. So I am all done talking about that eighth seed play-in game. Hope you guys have an understanding that I'm gonna make a pick tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna let you guys know. But letting you guys know further ahead, it is gonna be the Blazers as my pick. I'm gonna break that down a little bit more as I get more information. But all done talking about the NBA. I do want to transition into the UFC because it's such a big card. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into some Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier talk. Let's go. All right, guys. So we know what's at stake in this fight. Daniel Cormier, Stipe Miocic, the trilogy. This battle continues. I'm so excited for that. So the lines right now is damn near even, both at -110 apiece. So, it's either you pick Cormier to win or Miocic to win. Even, you ain't getting paid out more for the other. And I don't blame him. We've seen the first two fights. We've seen how they've gone. A really great battles both ways. Both fights, you've seen majority of them on their feet, just really swinging it out. So I talked to a buddy of mine, and I was thinking, you know what? This is going to be an interesting fight because they've both knocked each other out once, and both of them haven't really had a chance to get to the ground. So Cormier's last fight, the last fight they had, Cormier was doing really well on his feet, and Stipe adjusted to that. What he did was, okay, if he's attacking me, he keeps going high, I'm gonna attack him low. I'm gonna change levels. So he starts hitting Cormier a couple times in the kidney, in the body, gives him a couple body shots, and bam, that opened up a spot for Miocic, and that allowed him to get that knockout. So knocks him out, Cormier did the same thing in the first fight. Basically, waited until he found an opening, bam, knocked him out. So I'm thinking right now, Vegas does have this fight 2.5 over under. So either the fight's gonna go beyond second round, halfway through, or somebody's gonna win before. The way these guys take hits, based on the first two fights I've seen, these guys can really take hits. Miocic he's finished a few fights, and he's looking like he's in really great shape. In the weigh-ins yesterday, that guy looks slim, and to look slim at heavyweight, that's pretty tough to do. But I was doing a little studying on Miocic's record, and I said, okay, man, this guy really does not go to the ground. Based on statistics, I don't think he has one submission victory in his career. So if I'm Cormier, we know what Cormier can bring to the table when it comes to his ground and pound and the move. He has 5 career wins via submission. So if I'm Cormier, I'm coming into this fight really smart, thinking, okay, I do come in, I attack him the same way we did the first two fights. We go at it our feet. Maybe second round starts, and I decide to take this fight to the ground and see if I can work some, ground and pound / submission. See how that goes, because when you're at a weight of the heavyweights, maybe 205 and up, when you hit that ground, you're not going to get up as easy as a bantamweight or a featherweight will. I mean, it just doesn't work like that. Physics doesn't allow you to get up that easily, especially once you're in the second and third round. You're going to be too gassed out. But it also takes a toll on the fighter that's taking you down as well. So it works both ways, but my main pick for this fight is going to go over 2.5 rounds. So whatever you guys use to make your picks, just look for that over 2.5 rounds. I do think this fight is gonna last. We might see a finish. That'd be awesome to see both guys giving it their last shot, especially Daniel Cormier. We know what's at stake for him. He wants to put it all out. So I could see this fight finishing, going the distance. I am gonna go over 2.5 rounds for this because honestly, I've been watching every single event for the last 3 or 4 months, and every time it's the main event, the only one I've seen finish was the Black Beast, and we know what he does. Knocks the shit out of people. So, anyways, I do see this fight going over 2.5 rounds. If I did have to pick a winner, I'll just pick Daniel Cormier. That's just my gut feeling. Even though Stipe, the guy's an animal, I really would hate to bet against that guy, which I'm not gonna do. I would go with Cormier just because I feel like he has more at stake. Yes, I know they both have great careers, but Daniel Cormier is going to be on television after we know how he goes about, leaving his legacy, and I think he just wants to leave his name in the UFC history books as, you know what, I walked away as a heavyweight champion. Obviously, Miocic wants to do the same thing, but we'll see. Anyways, that is my pick over 2.5 rounds. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have a chance to watch this whole card because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch from the early prelims all the way through to the main event. Make sure you guys go ahead and do that as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Please share my videos. I don't care what you do. Put on Instagram, Facebook. Tell your mama, daddy, great granny, whoever you want. Once again, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.